going to make a vegetable stock for stuffing. In this little pot, I have some parsley. I have a couple sprigs of, stalks of celery. I want the leaves, so those are in there. I have a little bit of thyme. I have a carrot, which I peeled in half. A piece of onion. This is, as always, optional. Half of jalapeño. And 3 garlic cloves, which I smashed. Oh, I also have a bay leaf in here. There it is. I'm gonna add water to about here, and I'm gonna let this simmer, and I'm gonna let it simmer and simmer for a good 2 hours. I want this to be nicely concentrated so that we can use it for our stuffing. If you don't care that your stuffing is vegetarian, you can skip this and you can use chicken stock. Let's check our stock. You know, I think this is good. It's been simmering like that for about 90 minutes. I'm going to turn off the heat. You can see it reduced itself by quite a bit. And I'm going to pass this through a sieve so that we can have that nice liquid for our stuffing. I have 8 pieces of white bread here. I'm just going to cut it into cubes and put it in a bowl. We are going to use leeks for our stuffing, and we need to clean these very well because they have a lot of dirt between the layers. So I'm going to slice it pretty thin. So we're going to separate the layers of our leeks, and I am going to change this water 3-4 times. You know, make sure that I wash this really, really well. We're going to season this bread with some garlic powder, a little bit of thyme, salt, pepper, and olive oil. I'm also going to add some paprika. So I'm just going to eyeball this. We're going to add some olive oil. And we're going to toss it until everything is coated. Alright, we're going to put this in an oven at 350 degrees for about 15, maybe 20 minutes. I want it to dry up nicely in there. So we're going to use a portobello mushroom and some shiitake for our stuffing, but you know what, you can also use white button mushrooms for this. That would be fine. Just gonna wipe it and we're going to cut it. I'm gonna chop this into small pieces. I'm melting 3 tablespoons of butter with some oil in this skillet. This is unsalted butter, by the way, and it looks like a lot of butter, but it's really not. If you want to keep this vegan, forget the butter, obviously, just do oil, okay? I'm going to add those mushrooms that I chopped and a large green apple that I chopped, the leeks, a carrot, and a celery stalk, which I chopped. Alright, we are going to just cook this until the vegetables are nice and softened. As you can see, the vegetables are reducing, the mushrooms are releasing their liquid. This is very nice. Guys, I guess I didn't turn on my... I didn't turn on the camera. I added 3 tablespoons of chopped parsley, about a tablespoon of chopped celery leaves, and I had 5 sprigs of thyme, which I took out the leaves, and I also snuck in half a jalapeno in there, which is optional. And then I just mix it and turn off the heat. So now I'm going to add our bread to this. Our bread is nice and dry. It's not, you know, toasted brown. It's just nice and dry. I was telling you when the camera was off, I hate when I do that, by the way, that I couldn't find sage on the island. But if you can find sage and you have it, I would add a couple leaves to this. It's gonna give it a nice little flavor. I will include the sage on the recipe, but although I did not use it. We're gonna add about 3/4 cup of chopped walnuts, salt and pepper. And we're going to add our vegetable stock. I'm gonna start with about 3/4 cup and then see if I need more. I have 1.5 cups. You want this to be wet, but you don't want it to be mush. Now, I never stuff my turkeys ever. Obviously this is vegetarian, vegan if you want it to be, but if you were using this to stuff a turkey, that's, you know, fine, stuff it now. But I'm gonna bake this separately. So I pressed it into this dish. It's a 9 by 13. This is perfect, guys. If I wet it more, it's gonna be too much. It's perfect. This was a buttered pan. I'm gonna cover this with foil, put it in a 350 degree Fahrenheit, which is 176 centigrade oven for 20 minutes. Then I'm gonna uncover it and cook it for another 20. Here's our stuffing. I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. I'm gonna let it, you know, just sit for about 5 minutes and we'll serve. This is really nice. The veggies are cooked, but the dressing is not dry. It's nice and moist. I hate dry stuffing. You know, it's not very attractive. It's hard to take good pictures of stuffing because it's not attractive at all. But this one tastes very, very nice. Yum. That is so tasty. The walnuts and the mushrooms and all the herbs we put in here and everything else that's in here, it just goes so nicely. This is very, very good.